I think the Eagles' loss was infinitely more embarrassing. The Cowboys played badly. They were outcoached, they were outplayed, they were out-schemed. But the one thing you never questioned watching that game or any game was they were playing their behinds off. They were trying as hard as they could. They were doing everything they could. They showed all the frustration you would want to see. They just lost. They just played badly. And that's not excusing anything. It's not letting anyone off the hook. And I definitely think, as Troy said, that there has to be some repercussion from that. I don't think you can just bring that group back and say, we'll just run it back next year and count on it being better. But I think the Eagles' loss was infinitely more embarrassing because they looked like a team that quit.
Yeah, the answer to the question is the Eagles. And candidly, that makes me seethe because as a person who has rooted for Philadelphia sports teams for the last 25 years, obviously results matter, outcomes matter. But the thing that we care about the most is effort. The thing that we care about the most is you caring about the team as much as we do. If you look at throughout history, the players that we have enjoyed the most, rooted for the hardest, have not always been the best, but they have always been the bloodiest. And this team provided less in effort than any I can ever recall. And that includes rooting for 4-12 teams. That includes rooting for 76ers teams that were actively losing. Rooting for Phillies teams that over the course of a decade rebuilt and rebuilt again. This was a freaking playoff game. And the Buccaneers were running around in the Eagles secondary without being touched or hardly being touched. And there was no emotion on the sideline. There was absolutely no there. There were Eagles fans that flew down to Tampa, and they deserve their money back because the effort that this team put in yesterday and the effort that this team put in over the last 6 weeks is utterly humiliating. There is no leadership in that building. There is no leadership in that locker room. And I can't believe that a team that good a year ago, a team that talented, could possibly turn in that effort. It is completely embarrassing.
So I think that's exactly right.
I have only one question.
Which brings us to this. Would you rather witness a slow collapse or a sudden meltdown from your team? I think you would. I mean, you don't want to witness either one of them, but I think a slow to me, it's less about whether it happens suddenly or happens slowly than it is about the fact that it happened without heart. Like to follow up what you're saying, the thing you demand from your team, that I've said many times over the course of my life, the only thing I think we have a right to demand from the players that we follow, that we root for, and that we support both emotionally and financially is that they appear to be all in, that they are as invested in this as we are, if not more so. And they didn't look that way. Now, look, I'm not accusing the players of not wanting to win, of all that stuff. I'm sure in their own way they were. But clearly, that was not a group that was all on the same page, that was all pulling the same direction of the rope, whatever the cliches are in there. And so you'd rather not witness that. I'd rather my team look awful, play badly. I'd much rather my team lose like the Cowboys than lose like the Eagles.
Yeah, you're right. You saw, every time the Cowboys play a game at home, you see the video on Twitter of fans rushing in the gates to be able to get there early. And Bubba flew to this game and was prepared for it with such incredible...
And for all we know, going to live the rest of his life there.
But he was so enthusiastic about it. Greeny, I was texting with buddies of mine before the game started yesterday, and once it was sort of starting to get away from us, we were texting together, and one of them said, this is a playoff game, mind you, one of them said, yeah, well, I flipped over to the Flyers game. This was a playoff game.
Yeah.
The Eagles fans were rooting against the team because they wanted to be put out of their misery. It became an old Yeller game. That's where this fan base was.
I took Marcus to my gym one time. I was a member of a club down here. I'm not anymore, but I was a member of a club down here that had a workout room and it had a lunch, had a restaurant. And so Marcus Spears, we did the show and I invited him. He came over. We worked out together. We showered and steamed together. And then we went to have lunch together. And I was watching him, we get there, and I'm like, let's go, let's do this. And I watch, the weight that he's picking up, and I was like, I'm just going to do cardio today. It's just...
It's my light day?
It's just my cardio day today. And I was on the elliptical, minding my own business for 25 minutes and called it a day.
I would be fine doing cardio next to almost anybody, but I'm not lifting with Jeff Saturday or Marcus Spears or anyone like that.
Yeah.
Damian Woody?
No, or Damian Woody would be lifting both Jeff Saturday and Marcus Spears. He could lift them. He's so ridiculously strong.
These people, people don't realize how big football players actually are, and you and I have the privilege of working with them. They're all bigger than anyone that you know.
Yeah, however big you think they are, they're bigger than that.